Pryde's Picks is spoiler heavy and full of crude language. I swear like a sailor, and Lockheed's no better. Consider yourself warned. Hey everyone, it's Pryde, and I'm here with this week's Pryde Picks. I'm going to start off with a super spoiler-heavy Superior Spider-Man number 5, so if you don't want this ruined for you, please skip to the next review, because some stuff went down and we have to talk about it. Now, Doc Ock Spidey has decided that he needs the help of the child prodigy from Horizon Labs to put a face recognition system into his spider bots so they can patrol the city for him and shoot back to him when somebody's face pops up. The name in question at the moment is Massacre. He's this villain that nobody really has seen before. He shot up a burger restaurant, and now he's out doing more mayhem, and Superior Spidey's trying to find him. Massacre, I didn't get it. His name is very obvious. He's big. He's got a little metal plate in his head. I was like, no, who fucking cares about this guy? Turns out there is a little more than meets the eye with this guy. He's not just killing to kill. He's killing because he wants to make money. Now, the burger place he shot up, he finds the owner of the burger place and he tells her for $12 million, I'll wear your competitor's name and go shoot up another place. Is that what it's come to? Villains are like whoring themselves out for marketing purposes? That's awesome. I was like, this is so fucking twisted and retarded and kind of amazing at the same time. So that's going on. Spidey finds this guy, and instead of doing what you expect a hero to do, you know, tie him up, wait for the cops, he does what you wish the heroes would do. You wish what Batman would do to Joker. You wish what Clark Kent would do to Lex Luthor or any of his villains. And that is, he decides, this guy's just going to come back and bite me in the ass later. I'm going to take care of him. So he shoots him in the chest. The dude is army crawling. He's all sad. He's feeling emotion. He feels sorry. He's scared. And Ghost Peter's like, oh, this guy can change. And Superior Spidey Doc Ock is like, this guy can't fucking change. Shoots him point blank in the fucking face. Then goes after the lady from the burger company that paid this guy $12 million to kill people with Mocha-Cola written on his shirt. And goes after that bitch too. I know fans are going to rage about this. I get that. But I fucking love this. I love seeing Spider-Man so bad. And you'll probably rage and leave me hate mail in the comments, whatever. I see this arc ending with Peter finally getting back in his body. It'll happen soon. But he is going to be on the run. He is not going to be an Avenger. He's going to be in hiding because everybody's going to be after him. And you know what? He's going to make Cyclops look good at this point. I feel like this book is going where you never thought you'd see Spider-Man go. Even when Peter had Venom on him, he was never Spider-Man doing bad. It was Venom doing bad. And Spider-Man, despite Jane Jonah Jameson's view of him, has always been kind of... people see him as a good guy. He leaves friendly notes and he rescues kittens out of trees. So this Big Brother, shoot people in the fucking face Spider-Man is what I've been fucking waiting for. I would say buy it now. Buy it now. If you don't like it, still buy it now because you're going to rage about what you just saw. Buy it fucking now. Moving on to an all-new X-Men number 8. This issue is very Angel-centric. It's got Warren from the past hanging out with Angel at the present. They're fucking up some Hydra folk. And you get to see a little bit of the interaction between the two, and you can see like quite a clear difference between what Warren was and what Angel is now. It ends with the Avengers showing up and being like, hey, there's 2 of you. And then Captain America's like, why are there 2 of you? He pulls Beast aside, and they have this argument. And the best part of the book, in true Bendis style, is Kitty Pryde and Bobby narrating the conversation going on over across the way between Beast and Captain America. It is the most hilarious thing you will ever see. He's talking about, well, in 1940s, women didn't have rights and whatever else. And they're just making fun of the two arguing. I'm honestly surprised that the Avengers haven't gotten wind of this beforehand. I mean, young Scott was already out at a bank and all kinds of crazy stuff's going down. So I feel like they should have known. It should have been leaked. Somebody should have tweeted about it. I don't know what. I feel like the Avengers should have known by now. But they just found out. and they're a little pissed. Young Warren starts flipping his shit. He wants to go back to the past. He doesn't like it here. His new self is psychotically, like, weird and not him, and he's just upset about his future. And suddenly, he just, tears streaming down his face, kind of goes into, like, this fugue state and doesn't know what's going on. And a few minutes later, he's fine. And it turns out, little young Jean Grey is messing with his mind, and she's just gotten her powers. She's just, like, starting to rope around her powers. Somehow she's already controlling people's minds, and she's like, don't worry, I got this under control, but she looks a little Dark Phoenix-y to me. And with the dissipated Phoenix Force, like, looming about the atmosphere, creating new mutants, I'm starting to wonder if maybe she's just gonna go a little bit dark side, and maybe that's why it's accelerating her powers. We shall soon see. But for now, the Avengers are onto them. Kitty can't keep her people in check. I don't know what's about to happen, but I feel like we're on the verge of something extreme. And I, more than anything, love the moment between Kitty and Bobby making fun of Cap and Beast. And if you want to see the most humorous take on this book, I say pick up issue 8 because this is the one you want to check out. Moving on to Age of Ultron, book 1. First of all, I can't help but say, I love this book for the way it looks, because it reminds me of the foil cards I had as a kid that I thought were going to be worth so much money growing up. And of course they weren't, because all you guys were in the same position I was in the 90s and all bought the same cards. But it still makes me feel like this book is richer than it is. So I appreciated that. Once again, Bendis has his hands in everything Marvel right now, so this book has his name on it. And we are dropped into the middle of a shitstorm. I don't know what's going on. I don't think we're supposed to know what's going on. But it feels like Ultron meets Terminator. If Ultron was Skynet and the Avengers were like John Connor and his mighty crew hiding underground, this is the book. It shows Hawkeye going deep into some bad territory and shooting people in the throat. He shoots a guy through the mouth. You don't know what the fuck's going on. Why is Hawkeye so bad? And then you find out he's rescuing somebody, and it's our good friend Peter Parker. But I think it's the real Peter Parker, not that scumbag Doc Ock Peter Parker. He collects him, gets him down, and the Avengers kind of hold him, and they scan them and make sure that they're themselves. So I have a feeling that Ultron is now kind of somehow invading bodies, using little, I don't know, bots to get into you or what, but something's going on where Ultron is controlling people. And the world is upside down, and it's definitely very post-apocalyptic Terminator bullshit going on. And Captain America's in a corner crying. So, in addition to getting a very shiny, very fun-looking book, you get an amazing story, and it's only book 1. I think Age of Ultron is something you should pick up. I feel like it's got some good momentum, and if Bendis isn't too busy controlling the entire Marvel universe, maybe this book is going to be worthwhile, because right now I'm kind of in love with it. And I used to think Hawkeye was a bitch, and he's less of a bitch now. Pick it up. Check it out. I'm going to wrap up this week's reviews with 2 DC titles that you would never expect me to pick up, because I picked them up as a joke and enjoyed/hated them. One of which is Ame-Comi Girls. Now, this book is made just to get people to buy these statues. I have the Catwoman, I have the Harley Quinn. I plan on possibly doing one of these Ame-Comi costumes at San Diego Comic-Con, and I thought, wouldn't it be funny to pick this book up and see what it's all about? It felt to me like an episode of a Cartoon Network series for girls and perverts. The book is very, very anime-esque. The art is actually adorable. I liked it. Very breasty, very buddy. And I almost felt like it was like a porno, because I feel like you could just delete all the little word bubbles and enjoy it more. There's a scene where it almost looks like Power Girl is getting tentacle raped by some Brainiac robots. So I feel like this is fappable material. If you're a fan of the Ame-Comi figurines and you get them because, you know, you like the way they look, this book is a book to pick up. If you would like to erase all the word bubbles and put some pornographic lines in here, this could be the greatest anime porn ever made. I enjoyed nothing but the art. The stories seemed a little lame. Somehow Power Girl is welcomed into Brainiac's lair by his little Brainiac, her little Brainiac minions. and they're like, organic compound welcome. I don't understand why Brainiac would let access to just organic folk come on in when Brainiac's in control of this shit. I didn't get it at all. You got villains versus heroes, but in the end, the heroes and villains band together, and it ends on a cliffhanger. It felt like I was watching an episode of super campy JLA, minus all the boobs, vagina, and asses. There's nothing to go to. Pick it up, fap to it, put it back on the shelf. Just make sure the pages don't stick together. I will end this week with a book I picked up as a joke, and that is Superman's Family Adventures. The art style is something that I could not get behind. I thought it was going to be way too cartoony and way too lame. In the first few pages, I was literally choking down. But then I kind of got into it. And then I really enjoyed the style of art. I thought it was pretty hilarious, the faces these characters are making. Somehow, Superman's mom, Lara, is still alive, and Superman uses some sort of crystal to bring Jor-El back for 24 hours. So they're spending a happy 24 hours together as a good family. Ma and Pa Ken are like, isn't that Clark's real parents? Don't really give a shit. Somehow, Zod and his family escape from the Phantom Zone, and chaos ensues. This book is Axe Cop meets Superman. This book is fun. This book is silly, and this book is funny. And if you have children, you should already have this book. And if you don't have children, you should at least pick it up and look at it, because it was so cute, and it was hilarious. And there are tiny little hot dogs that get pepper put on them, and suddenly they're giant hot dogs, and they look angry and happy and sad and wistful. And if you want a less jaded view of your DC universe and you want to feel like a kid again, pick up Superman Family Adventures. If you have children, you need to pick this book up. If you don't have children, read it on the shelf and at least giggle like I did at the giant-sized hot dogs with their sad, angry faces, because this book was something to be cherished and something that should at least be seen once. Those are my reviews for the week. There wasn't too much in the way of indie books. Everything seemed to be kind of meh. There was a book called Sex Am was picked up, but it had way less sex than I was anticipating. So you go to your comic book store, pick up what you like, let me know what I should be reading, leave hate mail, love, questions, rage in the comments below, and I will catch you all next week. Good night, everybody.